Maybell is, there is a whole lot of things going on. Hey folks, time for some news. Though, actually, this time it's more addressing some rumors than anything else. I'm sure many of you have heard tales of the Railroad, a group working to free citizens who are trying to escape the Institute. While it's impossible to say for sure, they may actually be out.
Yes.
If so, it makes sense that they're keeping a low profile. It's a dangerous idea and is met by some very mixed reactions around the Commonwealth. I guess if you are out there, good luck not getting caught. Here's a throwback to simpler times, when folks actually went looking for radioactive material. It's Elton Britt with Uranium Fever.
Don't have the card.
You know, I can
I'm in.
make that terminal talk. If you ask nicely.
Unidentified intruder detected. It's right.
Who's there? You're dead!
Nice.
barely see a thing.
Hell yeah.
Winona Harris, folks. Let's hope his grandma got the help she needed. You folks out there listening to Diamond City always enjoy radio plays, right?
Anomaly detected.
We'll be taking that.
We've had them in rotation for a while now, and they're a fun little adventure. Only now it seems the adventure has become real. That's right, folks. The Commonwealth now has its very own superhero in the form of the Silver Shroud. Or, at least, someone dressing up like him. Ryman Goodneighbor has a new enemy, it seems. Why would someone don that costume? Your guess?
Message to Robert Cooper. Bobby, we discussed this. You hooking up with your stepsister is your own friggin' business. But you talk in your sleep. Look, maybe you babble about baseball or sing show tunes. Or could be you chat about those 3 bodies Colin O'Malley dumped in the sand trap of Arlington Greens.
Now here's the latest from the Commonwealth. Reports suggest a chem deal gone bad outside Diamond City. Details are scarce, but it sounds like whatever happened, it was pretty violent. If we're able to verify any further details of this story, we'll pass them on to you listeners. Just another day in the Commonwealth, huh, folks? Up next is Sheldon Allman with Fallout.
Protectron
Fallout.
on duty. Protect and serve.
Got it.
Message to Buster Conley. Nice piece you did on the monorail construction project. Heaven's Highway, Devil's Doing. Huh, cute. But I think you give organized crime too much credit. The various Boston families coming together to fund a public works project? Huh, please. Clearly you never sat down to dinner with these guys. They can barely agree on an appetizer. And ain't nobody jumping to pick up the check. The bosses had their hands in the honeypot, sure. But nowhere near the level you were suggesting. You did get one thing right, though. Safety Inspector Alice Lansky was killed. They'll never find her. 'Cause there's nothing left. After he bashed her brains in with one of those giant wrenches, Vinny the Crackers Vannucci dissolved her body in a barrel of hydrochloric acid. So write your follow-up. Then feel free to tell the cops the murder weapon is hanging on the wall in Vannucci's garage. On 4 Charter Street. Eddie Winter, signing off.
There we go.
Powering up. Protectron on duty.
Awful lot of rats. Get out of here.
Scanning unknown identity. Clearance confirmed.
Message to Robert Cooper. You did good, Bobby. The wife and girl won't be saying anything. No worries. Hell, once those fat life insurance checks start rolling in, Mrs. Montrano will wish her fat slob of a husband had eaten that bullet 5 years ago. As for what happens next, up to you. Beach, sub shop, car yard, doesn't matter where he ends up, I don't give a shit. I just want him in the ground. So, long as Johnny Sr. never finds out what happened to his little meatball, we're set. Eddie Winter, signing off.
That was Big Maybell. There's a whole lot of shaking going on. And when you're as big as Maybell is, there's a whole lot of shaking going on.
What? I hear something.
About what's happening in the Commonwealth. Not content to sit quietly at the airport, the Brotherhood continues to make waves. They've recently been seen cleaning up Fort Strong, formerly occupied by some very unpleasant super mutants. Whether they plan to annex the location or just wanted to get rid of the neighbors, I couldn't say. Whatever their reasoning, I think we can all agree that fewer super mutants running around isn't a bad thing. Here's a classic from Billie Holiday. It's Easy Living.
Mirelurks won't be hurting for housing anymore.
Message to Claire Pazinski. Dinner tonight. Me, you, and Arthur Black. Reservations are for 7 at the Cornerstone Grill. Don't worry, I'll make sure Arthur's on his best behavior. No stabbing the waiter for a fucked up drink order like what happened in Charlestown, even though the prick deserved it. Love you. Eddie Winter, signing off.
Keep moving. We're awful vulnerable here. Well, ain't that a blast from the past?
Message to Claire Pazinski. Time to start thinking about a vacation. How does 6 weeks in Ireland sound to you? Dublin, Galway Bay, Waterford. Maybe a week in that little bed and breakfast in Kilkenny. And don't worry, we don't have to take my cousin Stephen with us. Let him get out of the country on his own. I told him to threaten that cop, not blast him in the face with a shotgun. He can rot in that abandoned fishery down in Union Wharf for all I care. Love you. Eddie Winter, signing off.
Got it.
Message to Rodrigo Palomar. Okay, my friend. I thought about it, and I've reached a decision on the Fallon's job. Your cut is exactly what you deserve. $0. Zilch. You heard me right. You get nothing. Yes, you cracked the safe, and yes, we got the diamonds. But you also tripped the alarm. Mackie got pinched, and that's entirely your fault. Now, when he gets out, Mackie's gonna want your head on a platter. I'm gonna give him your share instead. I see you're getting off easy. Eddie Winter, signing off.
last number? There are some recent rumblings from Goodneighbor, and I do mean that as something of a pun. Self-proclaimed legitimate businesswoman Bobby No-Nose has something of a reputation around the Commonwealth. That reputation may have contributed to recent talk of a less than legitimate endeavor of hers. Except there's a bit of a twist. Bobby has very conspicuously disappeared. Word is, there's no trace of her in Goodneighbor. It's unclear at this time whether she actually pulled off the job she was rumored to have been plotting. Or, if some have suggested, she crossed the wrong people and won't be seen anywhere again. Ever. If you get my meaning. Ladies, I bet every one of you out there knows a man like the one Betty Hutton sings about. He's a demon, he's a devil, he's a doll.
Message to Sal Bosconi. You and I clearly need to talk. About Danvers, about the Montrano mess, about everything. I think we'd both agree that our attempts to improve North-South relations have been a complete failure. Look, I take full responsibility for the behavior of my guys. I expect you to do the same for that moron Montrano. But what happened in Danvers? I hardly know what to say. Your people turned that theater into a slaughterhouse. Those people are dead on your orders, not mine. And for no conceivable reason I can see. So let's meet. Just the two of us. Talk it all out. You name the time and place. Eddie Winter, signing off. Message to Claire Pazinski. Time to start thinking about a vacation. How does... Message to Rodrigo Palomar. Okay, my friend. I thought about it, and I've reached a decision on the Fallon's job. Your cut is exactly what you deserve. Message to Buster Conley. Nice piece you did on the monorail construction project. Heaven's Highway? Devil's Doing? Huh, cute. But I think you give organized crime too much credit. Message to Charlotte Wen. My dear Miss Wen, I hope you're well. After our little joint venture this past May, you should be. If memory serves correctly, that pallet of Buffout earned you a small fortune, and Wu Li 8 years in a state correctional facility. So I got to thinking, why not do it again? We both love the same things. Money and destroying people who get in our way. Together we'll outmaneuver them all. Boston will be ours for the taking. Let them play checkers. We'll play chess. Eddie Winter, signing off.
Hey,
Now, so you got something for me? Maybe a pocket full of tapes belonging to an old ghoul?
finally got them all. Here.
No fooling. Wow. That's some they're older than dirt, but they've got Eddie's paw prints all over. And they've still got the code pieces in them. Let me run them through the old processor. Got it. 19553728406. That old thug's holed up in Andrews Station. Now.
Disappearing
Let's not keep Eddie waiting. I hope you were
Where'd the little bitch go?
something out there. Underestimate us again. So long as
Show
you're
your
here,
fate.
man.
Yeah, keep running.
In the event of an emergency,
Yes.
Powering up. Protectron on duty.
Accurate shit.
That 5 stars. There are that is something of a pun. Self-proclaimed legitimate businesswoman, Bobby No-Nos has something of a reputation.
Hey, Valentine.
Commonwealth.
Can't wait
That
to see the look
reputation
on
may
what's
have
left.
contributed to recent talk of a less than legitimate endeavor of hers. Except there's a bit of a twist.
Of
Bobby
Eddie's
has
face
very
when they
conspicuously
pop that
disappeared.
lock.
Word is, there's no trace of her in Good Neighbor. It's unclear at this time whether she actually pulled off the job
Sweet.
she was rumored to have been plotting. Or, if some have suggested, she crossed the wrong people and won't be seen anywhere again. Ever. If you get my meaning. Next is Personality by
Thanks.
Johnny Mercer. Really great horn licks on this one.
Someone's coming.
For your safety, do not lean against the wall. For your safety, please do not tamper with Protectron stewards.
Nice.
Spread out! Find him! Get down! Get down!
That filthy toad's right on the other side of that door. Why don't you do the honor?
Sure. 195-3728-406.
The fuck? Who the fuck are you?
Hey, it's all right. I'm just passing through.
Passing through? A secure underground bunker? Just how the fuck did you get... No. No way. Not after all this time. Don't tell me you actually cracked my code. In the holotapes? Well, hey. It's only been, what? 200 years? Well, look. I'm not sure what you thought you'd find. Gold, jewels, the secrets of the universe. But you get me. One guy. A ghoul, I guess you'd call me. Just living, surviving, and what I got, you can't have. That code? It was a joke. I just wanted to prove how dumb those feds were. Turns out, pretty dumb. So take your asses someplace else.
I'm not going anywhere until I get what I came for.
Yeah? And what's that? And who are you, huh? You look kind of familiar. But what are you, some kind of robot? Is that what it's like out there now? A world of robot overlords? I knew it.
The name's Valentine. Nick Valentine. Remember me?
Valentine? The cop? Is that who you're supposed to be? Sorry, pal, but you ain't Nick Valentine. You're just some kind of, machine.
You killed my fiancée, Jennifer Lance. There's some crimes even you can't get away with, Winter.
Your fiancée? You mean Valentine's fiancée? Pretty girl. A shame what happened to her. But hey, you, or, you know, the real Valentine, he should have backed off when he had the chance. But what gives, Robot Man? Why do you even care? Some girl gets whacked 200 years ago, and you come into my home acting like a hot guy? Christ, look at you. You're not even alive.
Then I guess I'm in good company. You're playing with
Yeah.
Nick.
We're done here. There's one more thing I've got to do. I wouldn't mind the company if you wanted to tag along. This won't take long.
I'm through.
Claire, it's me, Eddie. It's been too long, I know. But I'm okay. We're okay. I know it's weird, me disappearing just when the heat died down. But there's a reason. What we talked about? It's happening. Soon. Bombs, missiles, I don't know what. But the end is coming. I can't even tell you how much I paid my Cloak and Dagger friend for this info. So I guess me building that shelter was a smart idea after all, huh? But look, baby. There is one more thing. The reason I haven't been around for a while. You know those idiot brothers at Wicked Shipping? The ones smuggling the radioactive material? I put the screws to them. Got some of the stuff. I've been working with this doctor in East Boston. Guy's a fucking genius. Listen, I know it sounds crazy, but he had this theory. The right kind of radiation exposure, at the right amounts, it can change human cells. Mutate them. Baby, I can live forever. Yeah, I know, it could kill me. I'm willing to chance it, but I can't risk losing you. So I'm the guinea pig. And I've been getting treatments. But don't worry, I'm fine. More than fine. I feel great. Amazing. I think this crazy shit's really working. Eventually, this will blow person and pick up where I left off.
There are some recent
gonna own the
rumblings from
future.
Good Neighbor. And I do mean that as something of a pun. Self-proclaimed legitimate businesswoman, Bobby No-Nos, has something of a reputation around the Commonwealth. That reputation may have contributed to recent talk of a less than legitimate endeavor of hers. Except there's a bit of a twist. Bobby very conspicuously disappeared. Word is, there's no trace of her in Good Neighbor. It's unclear this time whether she actually pulled off the job she was rumored to have been plotting. Or, if some have suggested, she crossed the wrong people and won't be seen anywhere again. Ever. If you get my meaning. Butcher Pete is back on the rampage. Here's part 2 of his saga.
This is it. In this spot, 200 years ago, one of Eddie's boys put a bullet in Jenny Land's back. Now Eddie's as dead as Jenny. And Nick. I'm at a loss. Just need some time to process all this. You mind if we get out of here? Yeah, that is if you're still interested in traveling together. I wouldn't blame you if you wanted some time on your own after all this.
Of course. Let's do it.
Glad to hear it. Come on, let's get out of here. And hey, thanks.
Strong getting hungry. Want someone to eat.
My databanks are continuing to accumulate vast amounts of data regarding the content.
Hey, Carla.
You again. Here to trade?
Let's see what you have.
You break it, you buy it.
You ought to be careful.
Bigger than
I
strong.
can fix most things. But people...
Worst kind of human junk.
Hi, how are you?
You know
Hey.
what?
If you're looking
Since
for
we
ammo,
talked,
I may
I'm
have something
feeling
you can
swell.
use.
Look at the
Sure.
two of us.
Let's
Here
take a
in
look.
St.
Here's what I've got.
Prepared for the future.
I'm looking for weapons.
around me.
They didn't tell me much. Vault Tech. Just to make sure everyone...
The influx of data is hard to process. Apologies if sometimes I make little sense. I will work on this.
Call me old-fashioned, but there's nothing better than being boots on the ground.
Plenty of folks want to make life hard for people just trying to survive.
Anything I can do?
Anything you might
Just say the
miss.
word.
For that kind of shit.
It's a pleasure to serve with you, ma'am. My systems are continuing to function at peak efficiency.
Nothing's more satisfying than a smoking gun and a pocket full of caps.
I wonder if there are any meteorologists about. I hope it does not
Gotta
rain.
be honest with you. I feel more comfortable with a rocky
There's
ceiling
no
above
sport
my
to
head.
spilling blood if the person ain't earned it.
Traveling with you is proving to be quite uplifting. We can keep traveling
Hey.
as much as you want.
Something to get off your chest?
Just wanted to check in, see how you feel things are going between us.
What can I say? I like your style. You want to help people out here. That's the kind of person I want to travel with.
That's all.
Sure, sure.
You showed up just in the nick of time.
I was glad to help out.
I can't argue with your timing. Who knows what would have happened? Anyway.
You just heard crawl out through the fallout. Good news is something often in short supply. So I'm happy to Nick Valentine is back in town and seems let's do this. While the tales about the past scares me, I for one am just glad he's back. And in one piece. And if there's any more good news to share, you'll hear it first here on Diamond City Radio. Next up is Cole Porter with Anything Goes.
Simple as that.
Maybe not the best way to live your life, but you get the idea. non-stop music, and all the latest news. This is Dynasty Radio. Feeling a little uncivilized? That's not such a bad thing, according to Danny Kaye.
Hi, how are you?
The Commonwealth's not an easy place to travel alone. It's nice to have someone watching my back.
Hey.
You all right? You need something?
Oh, nothing.
Suit yourself.
Yeah?
I don't hear a peep. And now I'm wondering why.
Seems to be growing well.
Smith, everyone. There are some recent rumblings from Goodneighbor, and I do mean that as something of a pun. Self-proclaimed legitimate businesswoman, Bobby No-Nose, has something of a reputation around the Commonwealth. That reputation may have contributed to recent talk of a less than legitimate endeavor of hers. Except there's a bit of a twist. Bobby has very conspicuously disappeared. Word is, there's no trace of her in Goodneighbor. It's unclear at this time whether she actually pulled off the job she was rumored to have been plotting. Or, if some have suggested, she crossed the wrong people and won't be seen anywhere again, ever. If you get my meaning. Now let's hear from the Ink Spots with their song, Maybe.
Excuse me.
Anything I can do to help out around here?
Yeah, let me show you.
Okay.
Just heard 3 Sons here on Diamond City Radio. Here's a strange state of affairs for you folks. Some or all of you may have heard of that old Parsons Asylum to the northeast. You may also have known to stay away from it. I guess no one told a group of raiders about that because word is they attacked it recently. You'd think that might mean the place is overflowing with raiders right now. But you'd be wrong. It's empty. Abandoned. Now, you could assume they got what they wanted and bolted. But given how creepy that place was, you can't help but wonder if something else happened. We may never know for sure, and you know what? That's okay with me. Kick back and enjoy one from the 5 stars. This is Atom Bomb Baby.
I don't think we've met. What can I do to help out?
I just can't lose.
I want to draw you a picture later. Any requests?
A drawing of the Overseer. Now that would be something.
There's a lot of people out there who use a hand.
Glad I'm in here and not out there. Huh?
Yes?
I want to trade a few things.
Okay.
Yeah?
I just want to trade a few things.
Go ahead.
Hello, Overseer. Huh?
Let's trade.
Sure.
A rad scorpion or a Yao Guai? You're kidding, right? Rad scorpion. I hope the light isn't too bright.
Got it. I don't want to toot my own horn, but rumor has it, I'll be the next overseer.
Fine by me. I'll blindly follow anyone with a title and authority. This is for your own good, I promise. Oh, guess you're our overseer.
Anybody need help with anything?
Is it night or day?
Why blue?
I've lost track.
Would a
I
yellow
lost track.
jumpsuit really be that bad?
Does it really matter?
Yeah,
Just looking to trade a little.
of course.
Never thought I'd be an honest-to-goodness vault dweller.
I wonder how high the vault numbers go.
Huh?
Why blue? I mean, would a yellow jumpsuit really be that bad?
I just need to trade gear with you.
Sure thing.
Humans all look funny.
All systems are go, man.
Huh?
If we had
Excuse
a good
me.
supply of
I'm
clean
sure I've
water,
got
things would
something
be pretty
for you.
good.
I've got a few minutes to browse.
Here's what I've got.
Heads up.
Do something for you?
Nothing else for now.
Got it.
So many humans, not many souls.
So,
Guessing that reminds you of the old days. Geez, huh? If something's on your mind, let me know.
You just say the word.
Jackson ensured I was well built for travel. His modifications will be adequate. For quite some time.
There's a wealth of technology. Ready to continue our mission, soldier?
Ready.
Roger that.
Yes?
number.
Attention! Any soldiers who have not yet received a field assignment from Proctor Tegan should speak to him at once. That is all.
Knight. You have technical documents, perhaps?
I found some technical documents for you.
And they're in wonderful condition. Here are the caps that I promised. Remember, the Commonwealth is an almost... Check every building you...
Stay away from it. I guess no one told the group of raiders about that because word is they attacked it recently. You'd think that might mean the place is overflowing with raiders right now. But you'd be wrong. It's empty. Abandoned.
Elder Max ordered me to follow him to the gates of hell.
They got what they wanted and bolted. But given how creepy that place was, you can't help but wonder if something else happened. We may never know for sure. And you know what? That's okay with me.
Is everything
Next
all right?
is Personality by Johnny Mercer.
Heads
really
up.
Great horn licks on this.
Look alive.
No.
Look alive.
So, you ready to get this show on the road? That's right. Take it all in.
Hey. Hey.
Would it be possible?
Hey, Paladin.
Something? There's still that off-the-record matter I'd like to discuss. Do you have time now?
Absolutely. Go ahead.
Thank you. This is difficult for me to say, so I hope you'll bear with me as I try to get through it. When you were first placed under my sponsorship, I had some serious reservations about it. Despite all that, this has turned out to be a rewarding experience. For both of us. At this point, honestly, I don't feel like there's anything else I could teach you about being a Brotherhood soldier that you don't already know. It's apparent from your attitude and your actions that you intend to keep those ideals close to your heart.
I'm flattered to hear this, but I feel like there's more.
There is. I'm just not very good at these sort of things. Let me start at the beginning. I grew up alone in the capital wasteland. Spent most of my childhood picking through the ruins and selling scrap. When I was a bit older and had a few caps to my name, I moved into Rivet City and opened a junk stand. While I was there, I met a guy named Cutler. We got along pretty well. Watched each other's backs and kept each other out of trouble. When the Brotherhood came through on a recruiting run, we felt like it was a way out of our nowhere lives. So we joined up.
I'm glad you had greater ambitions than just selling junk.
Once I saw what the Brotherhood had to offer. Anyway, about a year after we were posted to the Prydwen, Cutler vanished on a scouting op. It took some convincing, but I was able to persuade my CO to let me assemble a squad and search for him. It took almost 3 weeks, but we tracked his team down to a super. Those wretched abominations had slaughtered everyone but Cutler. He should have been so lucky. The mutant bastards used their FEV to change him into one of their... He wasn't Cutler anymore. I had to...
You did the right thing.
It's what I was taught. Ever since Cutler died, I've seen other soldiers come and go. Some were brave, some were honest, but I'd never considered any of them to be a good friend. A friend like Cutler was. Until now. It's a good feeling, but it frightens me all the same. Having a bond with someone, then losing them. I don't want to go through that again.
It would never be that way with me. I care about you too much to let that happen.
I didn't know you felt that strongly about about us. I'm sorry if I seem confused. You've certainly given me something to think about. I just thought you deserved to know how I felt. If you feel that I've overstepped my bounds, I completely understand. Whatever the case may be, I appreciate the fact that you took the time to listen.
Can't believe we slept this long.
Someday, super mutants kill everything. Sometimes strong not understand. So much walking. Want to do more fighting. Strong want to smash something. Fist was weak leader. Strong glad to be rid of him. Strong hope we find milk of yours.
Please, let me see it.
So, you ready to get this show on the road?
Let's do it.
Done. So a ghoul walks into a bar. Bartender says, "We don't serve ghouls here." Ghoul says,
Heads
"That's
up."
fine." So, seems you know how to hold your own. I'd had my doubts when we first hit the road.
Thanks. You're not so bad yourself.
I never get many complaints. It's just real rare these days. Find someone who's not willing to take things the way they're handed. Too many good folks not willing to get their hands dirty. And too many assholes taking advantage of it. Look at what happened at Diamond City. Before McDonough took over, he was a little stricter than I usually go for, but not terrible. I thought he and I had a pretty happy childhood. But then he decides he's gonna try and get elected with his anti-ghoul crusade. Mankind for McDonough. Before you know it, you got families with kids lining up to drag folks they call neighbor out of their homes and throw them to the ruins.
How could they do something like that?
There'd always been a pretty big gulf between the folks living in the stands and folks down on the field. McDonough ran on it because he thought enough of those upper stands assholes would vote for him. Guess he was right. I remember storming into his office above the stands after the inauguration speech. He was just standing there, staring out the window, watching as the city turned on the ghouls. He didn't even look at me. Just said, "I did it, John. It's finally mine." Should have killed him right there, but I don't think it would have changed anything. Instead, I pleaded with him, begged him to call it off. He said he couldn't. He had nothing against the ghouls. He was just carrying out the will of the people. And he couldn't betray the voters. And then he smiled. That hideous fucking mile-long smile. He never smiled like that when we were kids. I didn't even recognize him.
He murdered those ghouls.
Him and that whole damn city. I still wasn't a ghoul at this point, so I didn't have to leave, but I couldn't bring myself to stay in that cesspool after that. I'd been sneaking off the Good Neighbor for years to get decent chems, so I knew the safe routes. I managed to track down a couple of the families, lead them there, but most couldn't get used to the Good Neighbor lifestyle. I brought them food for a couple of weeks, but after a while, they just disappeared. Folks in Diamond City signed their death warrants, and all the good people were willing to just sit by and watch. I felt like I was the only one who saw how screwed up things truly were. I couldn't just pretend things were fine. Still feel that way. I know I run my mouth, but having someone who sees the world for what it is, and is willing to do something about it, it's meant a lot to me. I feel damn lucky to have you as a friend.
And that's what we are? Friends?
Well, now that you mention it, I have been having slightly more impure thoughts than usual. Maybe we'll get to act on those. But I guess we should probably head out, huh? After you.
All right. Oops.
Out here, you gotta take things one day at a time. This soda's better
Let's
than
get it on back to the beach. Now here's Roy Brown.
Strong hope we
The song
find
about
milk
an
of human
upstanding gentleman.
kindness soon.
Butcher Pete.
World is bigger than Strong knew. Strong getting hungry. Want some? someone to eat.
Dangerous look about you. Hope you ain't here for me.
I'm just so hungry all the time.
You hear the news from the Abernathy farm? Their eldest daughter was gunned down by raiders.
I don't know how they carry on.
Poor girl. She had more courage than sense.
Got it.
Okay. Farm's not much, but it's something.
Don't much get back to Diamond City one of these days. That place is nothing but trouble. Biggest town I ever saw.
Yes? I just want to trade a few things.
Go ahead.
Nice. Door's chained up on the other end.
That was Anything Goes by Cole Porter. There are some recent rumblings from Good Neighbor. And I believe that is something that is self-proclaimed legitimate businesswoman, Bobby No-Nose, has something of a reputation around the Commonwealth. That reputation may have contributed to recent talk of a less than legitimate endeavor of hers. It's said there's a bit of a twist. Bobby has very conspicuously disappeared. Word is, there's no trace of her in Good Neighbor. It's unclear at this time whether she actually pulled off the job she was rumored to have been plotting. Or, if some have suggested, she crossed the wrong people and won't be seen anywhere again. Ever. If you get my meaning. Here's a throwback to simpler times, when folks actually went looking for radioactive material. It's Elton Britt with Uranium Fever.
Operating at full capacity.
Curious. By order of the Institute, destroyed.
Lost track of how many ballistas I got.
Hey, Lucas.
Got the best armor in these parts.
I've got a few minutes to browse.
What you see is what you get.
Excuse me.
You step through the gate, you got balls.
Hey.
I hope you're here to pay up.
Can't you give me a little more time?
Fine. I hope you're here to pay up.
Can't you give me a little more time?
Fine.
Heads up. Look alive. Look alive. Hey. 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 Heads up. Heads up. Look alive. Look alive. Over here.
You look like you could use a little pick-me-up.
Just wanted to check in. Make sure we're doing it.
Well, I figure you've got enough dirt on me at this point that I gotta stick around, so yeah, I'm good.
Your thoughts?
This beats mayoral duties?
Oh, nothing.
Fine by me.
holiday, folks. Here's the latest word on what's happening in the Commonwealth, folks. Not content with sitting quietly at the airport, the Brotherhood continues to make waves. They've recently been seen cleaning up Fort Strong, formerly occupied by some very unpleasant civilians. Whether they plan to annex the location or just wanted to get rid of the neighbors, I couldn't say. Whatever their reasoning, I think we can all agree that fewer super mutants running around isn't a bad thing. Next is Worry, Worry, Worry by the Three Sons. I'll admit it, this pretty well summed me up. At least until recently.
Jesus, shit. They're gonna die.
What happened to you?
Goddamn raiders. I should have known. Raiders. That's what. Those bastards have my family. You gotta help me. Please.
Tell me what happened.
They fooled us. Big time. My family and I ran into some traitors a while back. Told us they knew a safe settlement at Nuka World. But when we got there, found out they were raiders the whole time. Just stringing us along. I managed to escape, but my wife and son are still back there. I wanted to get some help and go back with them, but didn't count on taking a bullet.
Let me help you first. I have a stim pack.
No. I'll be fine. Save it for my wife and kid. For Lisa and Cody.
No, really. I have enough. Take it.
Damn it. Look, you got me. I ain't injured, okay? Just can't do this anymore. The raiders back at Nuka World put me up to this. They lure people in and kill them for fun, and I'm done doing their dirty work. Let them find me and do what they want.
Let me help. I'll go face them. You don't have to die.
Are you? You're serious? Just be warned. This ain't no walk in the park. Here, take this. It's the password to the monorail control terminal. The fastest way to get to Nuka World is to take the Nuka Express. But I shut it down to help sell my story. Makes it more believable if I say I'm trying to keep the raiders at bay. Find the control terminal in the office to power it back up. Come on, that monorail ain't gonna power itself. Get to the terminal.
Got it. Sweet.
Quit wasting time and get that power on.
Nuka World is proud to announce the grand reopening of our World of Refreshment ride, now featuring delicious Nuka-Cola Quantum. Attention! In the event of an emergency, remain calm and obey all safety and shelter instructions provided by Nuka World employees. Thank you. Nuka World's Great Halloween Spooktacular will begin next week. Reserve your tickets for this nighttime event at the main box office.
Hey there. I'll be keeping my fingers crossed for you.